Okay, so today I'll be sharing with you my reflection for week 4, or assignment 4. This week I could personally identify with Tarver's chapter 1 the most. I was born and raised in Homestead, Florida in the late 70s. Homestead was predominantly an Anglo-American town. There was a big agricultural community which brought with it a migration of farm workers, my parents included. When I began school, I spoke only Spanish and was enrolled in ESOL English language class, meaning that all the interactions and assignments were only in English. In this instance, I could relate to Chantel's story because my mother also didn't speak any English, and she wasn't able to communicate with my teachers regarding my grades or assignments. So I think having different settings as described in chapter 1 is an effective way to teach English as a second language. I believe that conducting ESOL classes by incorporating bilingual teachers that are proficient in the student's first language and also proficient in English is the best alternative. This way, the children will feel more comfortable in class. I think knowing that the teachers understand them, and the teacher can focus and understand on each student's needs. In chapter 3, Ada and Campoy, it focuses on the importance of dialogue in a classroom. Of course, I think dialogue is very important in a classroom. I myself don't like to attend classes that professors tend to lecture just because I feel like I don't pick up on a lot of the information. There are many ways to create dialogue as described in chapter 3. I personally begin my seminars by announcing that I prefer an informal setting. I think that gives them the ability to feel more comfortable before I even begin. I like to ask a lot of questions during my seminars and relate some of the information to daily life, and even give tokens for those who take the chance to answer a question. I think that kind of gives them an incentive to want to answer, and they might feel more comfortable. Creating a dialogue allows the student to feel more confident, and it can provide you with feedback on whether the students are understanding the lesson. The unit 2, at Income Point, the activity I found to be a little difficult, not because developing the acrostic is difficult, but because, as the unit mentions, it's a little difficult for many of us to speak highly about ourselves. The activity asks you to take a moment and reflect of the words that you've chosen for each letter of your name. And I kind of found it a little embarrassing, as the book mentions. I think creating this book or the entire book is a great project for students to take home, um, because most of the projects in the earlier childhood are done with parents. And I think that way the students and the parent can work together and learn to gain appreciation for each other, and be able to speak highly about each other. And so thank you, and I wait to hear your comments on my video and my reflection.